What's up, YouTube? This video will be talking about which Hemi is the most reliable Hemi across all Mopars. We're not talking about the 7-liter Hemi. We're talking about the 6.2 liter, the 6.1, and the 6.4, and the 5.7. I don't know why I put the fifth finger out. We're talking about those 4 motors, guys. Now, let's talk about some common failures with the Hemis overall. So, some overall failures with the Hemis across all of them, for the most part. For one, biggest, most common one is a lifter tick. Oh shit! It's not the most devastating, I should say. Is the lifter tick, guys. Now, the lifter tick is not the most devastating problem on this list. We're gonna get to that one in a second. However, the lifter tick is a very, very common issue across all Hemis. Now, it is rare to see. It's not rare, but it's very uncommon for you to see it happen on a 5.7, and it is rare to happen, or not a 5.7, I'm sorry. It is rare for it to happen on the 6.1 liter, and it is rare for it to happen on the 6.2 liter. Now, the 6.4 and the 5.7, they get it very, very commonly. If you guys realize the similarities between those engines, they both have MDS capabilities. The 6.1 and the 6.2 do not have MDS capabilities at all, whether you have automatic or manual transmission. Now, another failure, guys, with the Hemis across all, well, actually, this is only directed towards the 5.7 right now. The 2003 to 2008 5.7s get a dropped valve seat.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Now, it can be a silent killer and it can be a loud killer, because it can happen while your motor's running. It can happen while your car you just turned your car off and it won't turn back on, and it will sound like a knock.
Stupid.
It absolutely will sound like a knock, and the only reason that this happens to people is because they overheat their cars by either running them low on coolant, or they'll have a leak somewhere and they won't know about it. So then they overheat their car, then they pull over. It happens to a lot of people because of just those reasons alone. With the preventative maintenance, guys, the correct preventative maintenance, you can prevent you actually can prevent both issues, actually. Now, I'm speaking from experience here. I've had every single Hemi except for the 6.4, or no, the 6.2. Sorry, I'm currently about to get one soon for the Hellcat swap for the SRT8. As you guys see, we're in the SRT8 right now. Now, I'm speaking from experience, guys, with preventative maintenance, because I've had multiple 5.7s. I've had multiple 5.7s, and those are the most common to get a lifter tick over the 6.4 or the 6.1 or the 6.2. Now, the 6.4 is second in line, but we're gonna get on that in a bit. Now, this is preventative maintenance for all Hemis, all of them. The 5.7, the 7-liter, the 6.2, the 6.4, and the 6.1. All five of these engines can use the same exact preventative maintenance. Now, when you're doing your oil change, whether you have an SRT, whether you have a RT, whether you have a Ram truck, I recommend doing this, because this is what I've done for years, is use 1 quart of Lucas oil stabilizer. Now, some people may be like, well, why are you doing this? Well, this actually, I've used this in every single car I've had 43 cars. I've used this in every single car I've had, never had an issue. Even there, my dad used it in a Chevy truck, and that Chevy truck was ticking real bad, and it even quieted down that tick, which was from a rocker arm, I believe a broken rocker arm or something like that. However, it is a great oil additive, and it is proven. If you go to Project Farm's YouTube, for instance, he does a test where if you use that, does it cause less wear on your motor, and he does little simulations. Now, it absolutely does less wear on your motor, and if the more you use that, and the more you use the recommended oil for your car, you'll be golden for as long as you have the vehicle. Now, sometimes there are instances where your car will give out on you just because it's past history. Now, if you've had the car from brand new and you do this, I'm 95% sure you won't have an issue. Now, there are those weird cases where something randomly just happens. Things happen. That's life. Now, with these engines, like I said, this is an absolute great method. Now, one of the 5.7s I had, it reached 350,000 miles, all original motor, original transmission, just because of that preventative maintenance, guys. Now, I did not have the car that entire life from 0 miles all the way to 350K, but it ran like it was a brand new car the entire time. Now, it did wind up throwing a rod, but that it's 350,000 miles. I mean, what do you expect out of a 5.7? Now, there have been instances where they do go higher, but that's 350,000 miles, guys. That's a lot of miles especially for a Hemi. Now, you will notice your car runs smoother with the Lucas. It will run smoother. The engine will run quieter. Now, sometimes you will notice it before you add the additive. If you'll notice your car, you're running your car, and you're at idle, which is a killer for Hemis as well. It's not good for Hemis. In my way of putting it, it's great to beat on them more than it is to just sit in them, like I'm kind of doing right now. But I haven't started my car in months, so we're not talking about me. Any of these Gen 3 Hemis, guys, this is a absolute must for preventative maintenance. Of course, you have to check on your fluids, guys. Things happen. You may drive on the road and then you hit something and you don't know it, then you get a leak somewhere. You have to keep your fluids topped off, guys. That's just preventive maintenance right there. And just keep your oil changed every 2,500 miles, and you'll literally be golden. You won't have a problem. Now, keep your fluids topped up. Lucas oil additive every 2,500 miles with your recommended oil, and do not get high mileage oil because it is slightly, it's like there's additives in that oil that are they actually are proven to do more wear on your engine than it is to do good on your engine. So a high mileage oil will cause more harm on your engine than it will do good. So those are the three things that you do have that you should do, every Hemi owner or should do for preventive maintenance, to prevent their Hemi from grenading itself or causing a lifter tick, etc. Now, that'll be it for this short video. It's just a preventative maintenance video, guys. I'll catch you next time.